Hello everyone, this is Hunter Hero, and I'm providing you with another States deck list. We are going, at the time of recording in about, to be up in about 5 hours, but I thought I'd throw at least something together in the meantime. I'm supposed to be having that, the Nationals trip I had over in Indianapolis, supposed to be done and edited eventually, so whenever we get the chance to get that covered, it'll go up on the channel. I'm actually really excited for you guys to see the video. It's kind of a mess, I'm not gonna lie, but almost everything on this channel is at this point anyway. But so today for the event that we are bringing Orcust K9, which is really exciting. Buddy of mine put me on the list. This time we will be going over and stuff, including like sideboards and stuff, to kind of discuss some deck theory and stuff going into this event, just like I would for like the NAWCQ and stuff. So yeah, without rambling too long, let's get into it, right? So for your Orcust names, it's going to be 3 Girsu, Foolish Burial plus the token. We got a lot better as of now. 3 Orcust Harp Horror, 2 Skeleton, 1 Nightmare, 1 World Wand, and honorary mention is World Crown. For, just in case this is your first introduction to this archetype, this Foolish is any Orcust or World Legacy card, which is really huge in this archetype, meaning that you can use this as your, this is your best starter. Harp Horror is E-Telly by banishing it from the grave, and then it dark locks you. Symbol Skeleton is a Monster Reborn. You banish it, target a guy in your grave, Monster Reborn it, dark locks you. Orcust Nightmare is an attack booster plus another dump from the deck, also dark locks. This summons a Orcust from Banished by banishing itself, and then this is usually what you're searching off of Taya Eye if you need the extender. This is the Crusadia World Legacy. It summons to a zone a like Monster Points to, so this is just like a free extender. If you draw it, it's not the worst. In addition to that name, we are also playing a World Legacy World Chalice. This is the search target that the Link 1 can grab to get your K9 cards enabled, because this is the level 5 and it's a World Legacy card. This thing actually has a line of text. If it's on the field and your opponent summons an extract monster, you can send this card to the graveyard to send it to the graveyard, which is actually kind of useful. It's not the most relevant effect, but it does do something on the field. So if like something goes wrong, you can kind of keep this thing around and send an extract card with it, I suppose. Moving on to the K9 package, we got 3 Jokul, 3 Izuna, 1 Lantern, 1 Noroi, and 1 Lupus. Jokul searches all of them. This is a Foolish Burial plus the Hand Trap. Searches the Speller Trap. This is like your worst starter in the deck. Noroi, at least it does something though. And then Lupus is the Garnet. Noroi has not changed how this list plays a whole lot. There is an argument to play like Talents over the Noroi slot, but at least having a normal summon in some hands is basically the reason why he's in here. Your normal summon is a little bit more important in this variant than it is in a lot of other K9 variants, and that is because this is your normal summon a lot of the times. And we're playing 1 Scrap Recycler. We'll cover the combo in which this is used, but this is the reason why your normal summon is incredibly important, especially if you were playing the K9 cards. This is the worst starter in your deck. And that sucks for me to say, because I love this card, but this is by far your worst starter. But there was a card we put in the extra deck at testing today that changed how I view this card, at least a little bit. I will get into that when we get there. For the monster non-engine, it's 3 Ash, 3 Fulos, and 3 Droll. We are boarded to stop exactly Mitsurugi. I hate that archetype, especially after the NAWCQ. I have grown to not like Mitsurugi very much. The deck's super cool. I'm tired of seeing it splash with so much stuff. So the non-engine suite is kind of tailored to beat it. Plus, this deck kind of struggles into like Fulos, so you need to play like Ash. Droll's nice because you can draw yourself. A lot of the time, you're not adding all that much. It's pretty sweet. For the spells, Babble, turns your Orcust into quick effects. A case for K9. There is an argument to be playing more copies of this as well. I get it. I see the vision. I'm not going to. We're just going to keep it at the one of. This is just a carryover. This is a personal decision. After the event, I will talk about this card and my feelings on it then. But on activation, it's Rhoda. Boost your guys by 9, and sets when it's popped. It's that part's not really relevant, but the forced release. There were a couple of lists online with this variant of the deck that were cutting this card, and I do not know why. This card is really, really good. Non-targeting pop is really, really strong, plus the fact that this turns into effectively 2 pops with the new one, or it turns into the banishment and stuff, and it resets itself, meaning that you can kind of tag into all 3 of them, which is really nice. This could come out because of the change we made to the extra deck, but again, we can cover that later. And then Foolish Burial might as well be an honorary starter in this archetype. And then 3 Forbidden Droplets and 1 Called By. This is another piece of non-engine slots. Orcust doesn't really care about having cards in its hand. So this reloads your graveyard, and it's good going second and first. And then Called By is Called By, and then the one trap we're playing is Crescendo as an Omni Negate. It's still one of the best, baby. Searchable archetype Omni Negate. Who would have thought? Alright, moving on to the extra deck. For the Orcust names, we're on 2 Galatea I, or is it Galatea 1? I can't remember, but this card is great. It's an ignition effect, searches any World Legacy, I think it's just monsters, right? Yeah, World Legacy monsters or Orchestrated Babel, so it searches the Link one. Insert meme here about powerful Link ones that search the field spell and the problems that creates. And then you can banish one from your graveyard, and any Orcust monster, any Orcust card from your graveyard, summon this back. It just can't be used as Exceed material at all, so you can't just slap a ding on it, which is fine because this card is like 2 points of Link material for free, and it's really, really good. And if you make this thing with a token from Girsu, that Girsu then represents like 4 points of Link material. It's great. 2 Galatea. Some of us are only playing 1. I prefer being able to grind out of games that we have no business playing in, so we're playing 2. Call it Cope. You could play one of almost all of these names and play a higher 5 engine, but I didn't really want to. I'm too paranoid about losing to grind games. Playing 1 Long Girsu and 1 Ellen Girsu. As you climb higher, these become a little less important than the lower engine cards in Galatea and Galatea I. So like these will always be put back in using these, because you can always get these back into the banished, so she can put them back. This card facilitates that, and then these cards get these back, so that way you just have an unlimited amount of like links to go into. There is a bit of a concern that will probably be voiced, and I will probably experience it at least once during the event. What do we do about Lunalight? It's one of those things where you can't accommodate for everything, so we're just going to have to hope that there's a low amount of Lunalight. 2 Ding. Again, another card you could probably play one of, but security reasons, we're just playing multiples of it. So that's it for our Orcust names. For our generic links, it's IP, SP, and the card we went back on a couple of times, Clockwork Knight. This card makes the Scrap Recycler a lot better, especially through the K9 package. And there are, very rarely, but there are some times where this one card can unbreak certain hands by just like its presence, you know, by the fact that it's just there. It doesn't come up very often. It also makes like Noroi weirdly better, because you can like normal Recycler, especially someone like Noroi, and then use this to link off the Recycler, and then use this to send either the next card is Riverstormer, this or Noroi to summon back Recycler. Recycler can to dump again, and then that at least equates to an SP if that gets interacted with again. It's not the worst. And then we're playing Riverstormer as the bridge from K9 into the Orca stuff, again through Scrap Recycler. You detach one, go search the Recycler, and then you can use your normal summon on it. So, yeah. And then the remaining 5s is Jax, Ripper, and Werewolf. I was playing Double O Hound for a very long time in this list, and I think it's still good. I think that card is nice as like that instantaneous I need a towers yesterday. Stops you from losing stuff like Guardian Chimera and stuff like that, but we just could not justify the slots when we needed to play a Clockwork Knight. Just because of the amount of times that card gets us out of problems. Usually you want to go this one into this one, then into this one, if you can like leverage the resources to do so. But that's it for the entire main and extra. It's 40 and 15, obviously. It's now time to talk about sideboards, and it is a Thrust package. Thrust, 2 Storm, Feather Duster, 2 Dark Ruler, and an Evenly. This is not your usual Thrust package. Orcust loses very specifically into the larger amounts of back row that is being played in the format right now. Being able to board into these and answer stuff like the full Draco Tail board is really, really nice. Hurts stuff like the Yummy Surprise, their field spells. Just kind of dismantles part of their setups for basically free. The DRNM is just if they make Herald of the Arclight and you need to get off the ground, it's usually how you're getting through it sometimes, and then evenly matched is evenly matched. For the rogue matchups, it is Nibiru, and then for the remaining 3 slots, it is Phantastra Dragon Phantasme. The thought process really is that Nibiru is really, really good into a lot of the off-meta picks this format, which is nice. It's nice. Being able to clear their boards, make sure that they can't really set up anything, is a luxury that this deck gets to play a little bit more. Plus, your graveyard recursion means that like nuking your own field, it doesn't just end your turn half the time. And then Phantasme is a consistency piece, which is nice, and it plays better into Yummy, a kind of middling matchup for this archetype. But I can already feel the strain of this recording. That's it for the sideboard. I was going to record the side event deck profile tonight. I do need to get that deck sleeved, but sorry that this video seems a little aimless and out of focus. I haven't done this in a while. My life's been changing a lot since you guys last saw me, so I'm spending a lot more time trying to just kind of get back on the saddle and get going. But I do appreciate you guys for sticking and watching. If you guys have any questions or like thoughts, ideas, and stuff, or other content that you want to see, or if you know these deck files are getting like lazy or uninspired or whatever, like let me know. Don't be mean about it, but like do let me know. I do take some of that stuff very seriously. But I do appreciate you guys for watching, and I will let you guys know in probably a follow-up video on how the tournament went. I'm excited for this archetype. I'm excited for this to do well, and it's a bunch of cards I've shielded for in the past, so we'll hope for the best. Anyway, have a good night.